really above average. And what you have, we put I had a pork shank. You know, you can't go wrong when you're eating steak. And now Buzz didn't care for his pork.
Not as much, but I love the coconut shrimp. It was outstanding.
And had I gone to the brown liquor by the time you and I argued about the pork shank?
I believe so.
You had just started.
Yeah, exactly.
There was such a great, almost historic moment when you said, I think I've had enough Miller Lite. I'll have a Jameson's with lots of ice. And there was 8 of us at the table, and we all went, no! Because the night took a
What
turn.
happened?
Yeah.
I can't tell you
how much Jameson did you have?
I went to the dark.
White drink out.
Liquor,
I've
man.
seen it.
I didn't drink them out. I had one drink.
They
before
ran
they
out.
ran out.
I helped.
Mike drank them out.
Langer
Turn
had
his microphone off.
Langer had
Langer, what were you drinking?
I started with Jameson's. You and I tapped it out.
And they ran out, and that was
Andrew didn't look like he had too much of a problem when he came in and said, I really should catch up. I'll have 2 shots of Jameson's and a Diet Coke. She said, anything to eat? He said, drinks first.
Sure. So we're everybody gathered. We finally were all at the table.
All the food was good. The jambalaya was good. The Cuban sandwich was good.
It really was.
We sit down at the table, and everybody's together, and that's the moment where Oscar turns to all of us and says, I'm going to go for a run. And I was like, it's 5 o'clock.
We had music for that.
I'm going for a run at 5 o'clock.
You don't do that.
I'm going to go keep it tight. Keep it tight.
What was so great, not only did he take a run, like 90 seconds later, Mark noticed on his phone that he had posted on Facebook with his Nike app, I'm running.
Do you love that app? Carla loves hers. Carla loves you get cheered for people.
Yeah, it's fun.
There's an app that you can
Yeah, it
get
sounds like a blast.
where you go for a run.
It's amazing.
You experience something we'll never experience. It's being exercising and having people aware of it.
Wow, that's fantastic. There's always things people don't, experiences they're unfamiliar with, like sitting at a table with your friends. These are weird sensations.
It was 35 minutes.
I'm actually working with Todd Moore right now to design an app that it's the Nike being able to get out of the chair app.
He stood up.
Right, and as soon as I do that, it's like he got up on his own.
I will cheer you on.
People cheer.
That's based on the furniture in our little beach house.
And then people come over and assist you back into the chair.
Right. Our beach house, otherwise known as Paula Dean's.
Why?
Wow.
I don't know. I didn't want to say the other word.
The color scheme.
Nothing else I could say. Hey, we're here in the heart of Paula Dean's.
I wasn't gone for long.
What?
When I returned, I wasn't gone for long.
No, you weren't.
You came back with your fresh haircut and you were all sweaty.
Because you ran so fast.
Yeah, so he runs, he comes back, we're all whining and dining. And then it was time for the singer, who Ronald hates to go on.
Live, you guys like live music, though. You do love that.
Yeah, it's not at a screaming level.
To a point.
I said to Jimmy, when we were there at the first part of the evening, I said, if this is loud, it's been too
Back to Barbie.
You can turn this microphone. Yeah. If this is loud, I said, it's going to really, really suck. And he struggled with getting his equipment together at first, right?
Yes, he did. He had trouble setting up, but it was acoustic, so we knew it wasn't going to be that loud.
Yeah, we figured it's going to be.
But it could be.
It's going to be okay. You're
It was
hearing
a tall, bald man.
He's doing little guitar riffs, and I'm like, okay, little light guitar, it sounds like that low. But what I didn't realize when he was checking his sound, and then when it was time, I'm like, okay, this is going to be pretty manageable. I'm having a little brewski. The food is really good, and then suddenly it's like, wasted away again.
All right.
What it was,
oh Jesus!
he had way too much power for the room, and it was like getting a mini concert from Yul Brynner's Dickish Brothers.
He was bald.
Yes, he was.
He had a shaved head. He appeared to be.
I hate people like that.
He was a large man.
Yes, strong.
He was strong. He looked like that maybe he moves a little iron.
Yeah, I wouldn't have,
Did he not look like he was kind of a buff guy?
I wouldn't have told him what I wrote about him on Facebook.
Right.
No, I kept it
because
secret.
There was something about him to me
Threatening.
that was just a little threatening.
Yeah.
And this
like
guy.
And he passively aggressively confronted us. Before the evening was
On
out.
the Lycophones.
Yeah.
Some of this will be documented in Spring Break 2013
Oh, yeah.
movies,
Yeah.
but I will tell you that this guy, he started singing. We get used to the fact that the waiter came over right after he started singing.
The
Said,
disinterested.
"How's everything?" And I said, "How's everything here, sir?" I'm like, "What? I can't hear you."
He plays along with it.
And he goes, and all the guys are watching this guy, and then suddenly, almost appearing out of the vapor, is his girlfriend,
She seemed nice.
who was an extraordinarily handsome woman.
She's
At least
very nice.
in most of our eyes.
Very, very
Not
nice.
Oscar's type, because Oscar likes them, you know, the body of an 8-year-old boy,
Right.
and you know they have to be 18 to 20.
I think
You know.
I think you guys are blinded by the amount of I guess talent in the joint.
There was no
which
talent
was
in the
just
joint.
her.
She was it.
Yeah.
That was it. But
So-
still nice.
At one point, she's wearing a very long sweater vest type of deal,
Like Maud?
and she
No, not really. I'm kidding.
she's sitting over at the bar, and we all notice that she removes her sweater.
Oh yeah.
And Rob, you will testify to the fact at this moment, everybody, she had two qualities that everybody in the
Yes.
entire establishment knows. And suddenly we realized it really wasn't that bad an evening.
No, it was
Right.
getting better.
It was going to be really good.
Exponentially better.
That is in spite of the insecurity of the singer, because as soon as she takes the jacket off, he says something like, "Hey guys, don't worry, she's going home with me."
Yeah.
And we're all like, "Oh, thank you, ass."
I think that
Thanks for
bigger.
sharing that.
Oh,
Yeah.
boo! And that was right after he did his odd homosexual rant.
He
Yes.
seemed to
anti,
be
yeah.
preoccupied
He did.
with Kenny Chesney being gay.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe too much though.
And a little bit like,
Yeah.
well, I think it was his ability as a
He was
performer.
projecting.
You know, he really wasn't communicating with the crowd in what I would consider to be a totally professional way.
No, not at all.
Man, how about Kenny Chesney? He's gay.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
like,
not going to sing that song by gay Kenny Chesney.
I mean,
You're really progressive.
and really sitting we're the table of 7. We're the largest table in the room as far as good.
Look for that on Netflix.
Really?
The Table of 7.
At that point, I mean, was he? You know, couldn't you have made the assumption? I'd walk into a bar and look at us and go, "There's potential
Yeah,
for
the
that could be a
ratio
gay
of that.
table.
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
That could be an all-gay table."
With Jimmy's hand on my knee.
He asked where all the women were. He goes, "There's a party of 7 guys sitting together. Is there any women joining you?"
Yeah, he really was. He was kind of verifying that he was a little homophobic.
And then he loved the fact that we were from D.C., so he kept referencing that.
Yeah, he liked
But
that.
you had the ultimate revenge when they handed out the tambourine.
Two things happen. So the lady is going back and forth. There's the drunk lady that comes up to Rob and wants Rob to tell her a joke. And Rob tells her a pretty mild, dirty joke, but it was funny, and you know that the woman is too drunk to understand it when she goes, "Is that the end of it?" It's usually a sign that your joke hasn't gone all that well. So, "Is that the end of it?" And then she just waddled off into the corner there. So the guy is singing. The lovely girlfriend got up and sang 2 songs.
Nice lungs.
That was the moment where we kind of said, "Hey, this is now it's good." And then she was like his friend and only got to sing.
Very shy.
These are the only ones I do.
Right. And then again, like 5 more times, he goes, "Hey guys, she's mine.
taking
Why
Yeah.
she's a keeper."
Going
You know,
on with me,
and
so I can beat her.
And this is the moment. This is the moment where he soured on me. When I yelled at the top of my lungs the 3rd time he said it, and I said, "Is she your wife?"
Oh,
I
God.
was not there
And the
for
woman
that.
begins to beam,
Yeah.
and he looks at me like he's going to rip my throat out.
Yeah.
Just ruined his
Like,
day.
you know, because I go, "Because I am. You don't have to worry about her going home with me." And I'm grinning at the guy. And, you know, so Rob and I usually have the same opinion of people. And Rob decides to post on Facebook, take a picture of this guy and post on Facebook that he's an a-hole.
He's an a-hole.
And I'm like, "Rob, you just shared that with 5,000 people." I know. My dad liked it.
In like 40 seconds. Robert W. Speed like lights
So, needless to say, we didn't have a great, reaction to the singer, and we wanted to mess with him a little bit. So Rob talks about, at one point, he goes into his bag of tricks. He brings the big-breasted girlfriend up, and she's got his little satchel of toys, and he's handing out sex toys, and he's handing out maracas, little plastic cheap maracas, and little plastic cheap tambourines.
Yeah.
And she, of course, gives everyone at our table a sound effect instrument.
I do believe she talked to each one of us at the table individually. She
Right.
liked us because I think we were giving him a little.
Mark Ronick, did we videotape
Absolutely,
the moments where
we did.
at this point, he's going to sing a song where he is going to be accompanied musically by all of us.
I believe it was Ring of Fire.
Was it? No, he sang that
I
fire,
walked
and
the
I
line.
enjoyed that.
I walked the line.
Whatever he's doing, I'm not even paying attention because I don't care. All I said, this was my instruction to the troops. I said, okay, when he starts the song, make sure you keep the wrong rhythm.
That was easy.
It worked better than I ever would have dreamed, and it pissed him off.
He stopped.
He stopped doing it. Guys, take it easy. And we're taking our tambourines, and we are playing with a group of kindergartners that don't know how to keep time.
He started over.
And I said, okay, now do it super fast. And so he starts the song over again, and we've gone from slowly keeping the wrong time to this time we just start going bang, 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 bang.
Cutlery, we're slamming menus, we're
Right.
doing everything.
It was very rude.
And at that point, and really, at the same time,
was so
his
rude.
little girlfriend who's at the bar next to us is getting drunker and drunker.
She liked the white wine.
She looked like the large-breasted Natalie Wood, did she not?
Yeah.
And and we're all just enjoying watching her flit around. We don't have any designs on her. We're sure as hell not going to take her home because Mr. Clean is going to stab us with an ice pick if we do that.
It was just a good time at Bar A.
It
was
was
busy, though.
perfect
It got
at
busy.
Bar A.
Yeah.
And that's before Solo Man decided it wasn't good.
Oh, man.
Look
at that, mate.
And Mr. Santana decides he wants to go to Bar B and take Jimmy with him.
I had to keep an eye on him.
We're going to go check it out.
So, I think I said to Jimmy, at this point, I said, okay, let us know how it is, and we'll come over to Bar B. And then, in the meantime, Oscar texted you, Rob, about how Bar B was.
It was amazing.
He wrote, it was amazing.
Actually, I can read it to you.
That word makes me, I respond to that word. I hear
It's a
amazing,
power
and I'm
word.
like, amazing.
Wow.
Bar B is amazing. Well, Bar A is not amazing. What did the text say?
And I quote, I don't know what you guys are doing there. This place is amazing. Go back, having beverages with Jimmy, be over soon.
Yeah, so Oscar is indicating to us that, hey, I don't know why you guys are at that joint, but you could be 6 steps across the street at an amazing place. So I'm down with it. I'm actually like, okay, let's finish up here, and we'll go across the street, and we'll see what's happening. And we finally get across the street, and it was so packed that there was no place to sit.
Right.
This is after Jimmy told me the table was opening. The table opens up immediately, which is good news, and they shove us into the back corner of Bar B. And
That was your friend that put us back there.
yeah, and
Your buddy.
and it's just not amazing.
No.
It was disappointing, and suddenly,
It was
as predicted by Oscar, I begin to go to the dark side, like rapidly over. to the
People
dark
should
side.
know this, that amazing for Fantana is a different amazing for O'Mara. O'Mara would like all the attention in the world from everybody that works in that restaurant. O'Mara would like a perfect seat with the perfect sight lines of
Amen.
everyone that works in that
You got
restaurant.
that right, Cal.
O'Mara wants star treatment.
Right.
Only one Jimmy's Oscar.
Yeah, Fantana will sit anywhere.
That's right, only one. You
Has-
got that right, Jimmy. You just described Jimmy's for me.
That's right.
Oscar Santana will sit anywhere apparently except with us.
Fantana.
Amazing for Fantana is get away from these guys like I always do.
Yeah.
Well, no, that Bar A was boring.
Bar A was a symphony
No,
of fun.
Bar A blew on so many levels.
Bar A was
When you are the youngest guy in Bar A, outside of the people that are actually playing it, the guy.
That's okay though.
Yeah, but
Bar A, we had a
fun.
guy, we had an A-hole
Here-
singer that we were poking fun at. It was delightful.
I did not have fun at Bar A.
You
But
had
then he issued the statement of the night. When I'm alone, things are great.
Yeah.
That is what he said.
This place
so
is
true.
amazing. When I was here by myself, it was amazing.
So
and then you guys got here.
Meanwhile, Jimmy now has fallen in love with the kitchen of Bar B,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
apparently
he's tipping to get into the fryers.
he's tipping the line because he's going back.
With crispy ones.
Jimmy is looking at the cook and going, "This is great." And I go, "Okay." And I think my comment was, "Okay, Rob, don't bother with him. He's gone."
Yeah, he's gone.
Well, this is what's great about Jimmy. Jimmy's the perfect wingman. He
Yes.
does not complain.
So to speak.
He does not bitch.
Right.
He just, as soon as we got to Bar B, 2 bars was open up, we sat down, sidled up, we had a good time.
And you
It
know
was
what?
amazing.
And I got no problem with that. You selfish bastard. But and of course, because I always I exercise the ultimate self-control. I walk up to Oscar, put my arm around him, and begin to say, this sucks because you got us over here and it's not amazing. You may be having an amazing time, but none of us are. And we're now sitting in the corner where it's hot and we don't have an amazing waitress, and this sucks. And I do it like in front of everybody. And Oscar doesn't even miss a beat now. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
My buddy that hates the world. And what I call that is a pretty good little Sunday.
Yeah,
That's right.
why not?
You gotta take a break.
What a day.
Yes, come back with the audio of Rob Spiewak right after this. Hold on.